This video features and references our original company name, The Homemates. We are now SOLENVIA. Same trusted team, same ownership, same mission to deliver local quality caregivers 24/7, 365.
One of the many benefits of being in this business and having the Homemates is that we meet a lot of different people from all walks of life. And we come across people that we've known for many years and maybe have lost touch with them. In a story that I have, one of those examples is that when I was a kid, I played baseball. I played Little League baseball for many years in my community. And one of my baseball coaches, who became very near and dear to me. He was a mentor. He was somebody who was kind. He was thoughtful. He spent the time to teach us baseball and just overall how to be a good person. We had a lot of fun as kids playing baseball, and what made that possible was a big part of that was the kids, but also our coach. And we ended up going into an all-star baseball game, and our coach, his name was Pat, I won't use his last name, we were probably 13 years old, and we ended up winning this game, and all of us signed a baseball, and we presented it to him as a thank you for being such a good coach. And fast forward 35 years, and I got a call from his son saying that, Dad was sick and he needed a caregiver. And the family knew that I started the Homemates and that the Homemates was, a caregiver business. And so, immediately we provided a caregiver to Pat and his family. And that caregiver stayed with him and took care of him for, I think it was probably a few weeks until his passing. And they had a positive experience, and it was such a, it was a privilege to be able to, help. Here was a man that gave me a lot when I was a kid growing up, and it was my turn to, give back to him. And it's funny because after he passed, a few weeks later, I got this package in the mail, and the package, it had this letter from Aaron, and I want to read it to you. It says that, Bryan, over the years, my mom and dad like to go to tag sales and flea markets and then flip items as they bought. When my mom passed away 11 years ago, he stopped picking and subsequently maintained a house full of stuff. As my siblings and I were going through rooms and rooms and rooms of my dad's belongings, a few weeks ago, and feeling extremely overwhelmed, for some reason, I decided to look in the attic to see what was up there. I pulled the stairs down from the ceiling, walked up, and saw even more boxes and bins, and that overwhelming sense of dread continued. I looked down in the attic floorboards, and I saw that there was a baseball. Not in a box or a bin, but on the attic floor itself. I picked up the ball, and feeling like I didn't want to be in the attic anymore, just walked down and closed the stairs. A minute or two later, I actually looked at the ball and picked it up in the attic. In that moment, I realized the reason it was there and I picked it up was because it rightfully belongs to you. Enjoy the ball, Bryan. You earned it. And so this is the ball that we presented to Pat after we run the All-Star game. And it was all signed by all the teammates. I got emotional. And I I just thought about, how kind he was, and just life, how fragile life is, and I feel grateful that, part of his process, and being able to help him. You have to have a sense of wanting to help people. You have to have empathy. You got to be willing to do the right thing for people. I found that, if you put that first, then the financial success, if it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen. Not only do I get the benefits of things like this from our clients, these testimonials, and this here was a gift. Not anybody could do it, but the right person could be successful at this. I wanted to share that because at the end of the day, all of what we do here, it really goes a long ways towards people. It's a service that people value. We play such an important role, at a vulnerable time in people's lives. That's why we put all this time and we develop these processes, because we want to have them experience a good service. And so that's what we're committed to. We're committed to helping you as the franchisee to do that. We're committed to showing you and give you the tools to be able to do that in your market. And so we want to share that success. Please contact us if you're interested.